Hello there, Chiamaka here, from Evergreen African Folktale Studios. This video you're about to watch will blow your mind. It is highly impactful and full of lessons. Trust me, you'll love it. Let's watch it together.
In a peaceful farmyard filled with animals of all kinds lived a small, innocent chick named Koko. He was not like the other chicks who stayed close to their mother and only played among themselves. Koko was friendly and believed that kindness could change even the coldest hearts. One bright morning, as Koko wandered near the edge of the farmyard, he heard a soft, almost whispering voice. "Hello there, little chick," the voice hissed. Koko turned and saw a long green snake resting under the shade of an old mango tree. It was Sefu, the snake that all the animals feared. The older hens had warned Koko to stay away from him, saying he was dangerous and could never be trusted. But Koko did not like judging others without knowing them. "Hello, Mr. Snake," Koko chirped, tilting his tiny head. "Why are you sitting all alone?" Sefu sighed, his tongue flicking in and out. "Because no one wants to be my friend," he said. "They all think I am bad, but they don't even know me." Koko's little heart filled with sympathy. He knew how it felt to be left out, as even his siblings sometimes teased him for being different. "That's not fair," Koko said, stepping closer. "I will be your friend." Sefu's golden eyes flickered with something unreadable, but he nodded. "That is very kind of you, little chick. I promise I will be the best friend you ever have." From that day on, Koko and Sefu spent time together. Koko would sneak away from the other chicks and run to the mango tree, where Sefu would be waiting. They talked for hours, sharing stories about the world beyond the farmyard. Sefu was surprisingly gentle and never tried to harm Koko. In fact, he even helped Koko find food sometimes, pointing out juicy worms hidden under the soil. Slowly, Koko started to trust him more and more. One day, the old mother hen, Mama Hen, called Koko aside. "My dear child," she said, her voice filled with concern, "I see you playing with the snake. I know your heart is pure, but some creatures cannot change their nature. Be careful." Koko shook his head. "But Mama, Sefu is nice to me. He has never done anything wrong. Maybe everyone misunderstands him." Mama Hen sighed. "I hope you're right, my child. But trust is a precious thing. Once broken, it can never be the same again." Koko did not understand why everyone worried so much. To him, Sefu was just lonely and needed a friend. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink, Sefu smiled at Koko. "You're the only one who has ever been kind to me, little chick," Sefu said, his voice gentle. "I will never forget it." Koko beamed, feeling happy that he had given someone hope. He did not know that his kindness would soon be tested in a way he never imagined. Days passed, and Koko's friendship with Sefu grew even stronger. The little chick felt proud that he was the only one brave enough to see the good in the feared snake. Sefu always spoke kindly to him and never showed any sign of danger. To Koko, this was proof that everyone had been wrong about Sefu. One evening, as the farm animals were preparing to sleep, Sefu called Koko aside. His golden eyes gleamed under the moonlight. "Koko, my dear friend," Sefu hissed softly, "I have something very important to ask you." Koko flapped his tiny wings excitedly. "Of course, Sefu. Anything for my best friend." Sefu lowered his head closer to Koko, his voice barely above a whisper. "I am always hiding under this tree, away from the other animals. They will never accept me. But you, Koko, you are different. You believe in me. You see my heart." Koko nodded eagerly. "Yes, I do. You are not as bad as they say." Sefu sighed dramatically. "But my heart is heavy, Koko. I feel like a prisoner here. I want to see the world beyond this farm, but I cannot go alone. If you come with me, I will be safe. Will you?" Koko's little heart pounded. Leave the farm? He had never thought about that before. It was the only home he knew. But Sefu was his friend, and he didn't want to let him down. I don't know, Sefu," Koko hesitated. "Mama Hen says the outside world is dangerous. What if something happens to us?" Sefu let out a sad sigh. "I understand, little friend. Maybe you don't trust me as much as I thought." Koko's eyes widened. "No, that's not true." "Then prove it," Sefu whispered. "Meet me by the broken fence tomorrow at midnight. No one has to know." Koko hesitated, but Sefu's eyes were full of sadness. He didn't want to hurt his only friend's feelings. "Okay, Sefu, I'll be there," Koko finally said. That night, Koko couldn't sleep. Mama Hen's warning echoed in his mind. Some creatures cannot change their nature. Was he making a mistake? But then he thought about how lonely Sefu must feel. The next night, Koko quietly snuck away from the sleeping farm. His tiny feet barely made a sound as he reached the broken fence. There, waiting in the shadows, was Sefu. "You came," Sefu said, smiling. "Yes," Koko said nervously, "but we must be careful." Sefu nodded. "Don't worry, just follow me." Koko stepped forward. Suddenly, he felt something tight around his body. Before he could react, Sefu's powerful tail coiled around him. "Sefu, what are you doing?" Koko cried, struggling to move. Sefu's eyes glowed dangerously. "Oh, little chick, you were so easy to fool." Koko's heart pounded in terror. He had trusted the wrong friend. The little chick struggled, flapping his tiny wings desperately, but Sefu's grip only tightened. Koko gasped for air, his heartbeat racing. "Sefu, please! I thought we were friends," he pleaded, his voice trembling. The snake chuckled darkly. "Friendship? Oh, Koko, you were nothing more than a fool. I have waited patiently, gaining your trust. Now you are mine." Tears welled up in Koko's eyes. "I should have listened, I should have known," he whispered, his strength fading. Just as he was about to lose hope, a loud squawk echoed through the night. "Let him go!" Mama Hen and the other chickens had woken up. They rushed toward Sefu, flapping their wings and pecking at him furiously. The commotion startled the snake, and he loosened his grip just enough for Koko to break free. Sefu hissed angrily and slithered away into the darkness, disappearing beyond the fence. Koko collapsed, breathing heavily as Mama Hen wrapped her wings around him. "Did I not warn you, my son?" she said gently, stroking his head. Koko sobbed. "I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't listen. I thought he was my friend." "Some creatures cannot change their nature," Mama Hen reminded him. "Trust is precious, my son. You must give it to the right people." Koko had learned his lesson the hard way. That night, as he lay safely in the coop, he promised himself never to ignore the wisdom of those who truly cared for him. Koko lay in the coop, his tiny heart still beating fast from the terrifying encounter. The warm embrace of Mama Hen comforted him, but his mind kept replaying Sefu's betrayal. He had trusted the snake, defended him, and even put his life in danger for him. And in return, Sefu had tried to kill him. The other chicks huddled around him, their eyes filled with worry. "We were so scared, Koko," one of them chirped. "Why did you trust that snake?" Koko lowered his head in shame. "I thought he was different. he admitted softly. I believed he could change. Mama Hen sighed and nuzzled him gently. My dear Koko, kindness is a beautiful thing, but you must be wise about where you place your trust. Koko sniffled. How do I know who to trust, Mama? Sefu acted so nice to me. He called me his friend. Mama Hen looked at him with gentle yet firm eyes. True friends will never put you in danger. They will never make you feel scared or force you to prove your loyalty. Real trust is built over time, not with sweet words, but with honest actions. Koko thought about this deeply. He had ignored the warnings, believing he knew better. Now he had almost lost his life because of it. The next morning, news of Koko's escape spread across the farm. The animals all praised Mama Hen and the other chickens for their bravery. But more than that, they were relieved that Koko had survived. You are lucky to be alive, little one, the wise old tortoise said. Many have trusted snakes and never lived to tell the tale. Koko nodded. I have learned my lesson. I will never be so foolish again. As the days passed, Koko found himself becoming more cautious. He still believed in kindness, but he now understood that not everyone deserved his trust. He started paying attention to how others treated him, not just what they said. One afternoon, as he pecked at some grains with his friends, he noticed a small sparrow sitting alone near the fence. The little bird looked hungry and weak. Koko hesitated. He had been tricked once before. What if this was another trap? But then he saw the sadness in the sparrow's eyes. It wasn't the cunning gaze of a predator like Sefu. Cautiously, Koko approached. Are you okay? He asked. The sparrow looked up, surprised. I got lost from my flock, she said. I haven't eaten in days. Koko's heart softened. This was different. He could feel it. The sparrow wasn't pretending to be something she wasn't. She was simply in need. Without hesitation, Koko pushed some grains toward her. You can have some of mine. The sparrow's eyes lit up with gratitude. Thank you. You are very kind. Mama Hen watched from a distance, a proud smile on her face. Koko had learned the difference between blind trust and wise kindness. That night, as he snuggled close to his family, Koko whispered, I understand now, Mama. Trust should be given carefully. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend. Mama Hen gently stroked his feathers. That is a lesson that will keep you safe, my son. From that day on, Koko grew into a wiser, stronger chick. He never lost his kindness, but he made sure to give his trust only to those who truly deserved it. And as for Sefu, the snake, he was never seen near the farm again. But Koko never forgot. Some creatures cannot change their nature, and sometimes being too trusting can be dangerous. Koko's story is not just about a chick and a snake. It is a reflection of real life. Many innocent and kind-hearted people, like Koko, believe that everyone has good in them. They trust too easily, ignoring the warnings of those who love them, just as Koko ignored Mama Hen's advice. Unfortunately, there are people in this world who, like Sefu, hide their true intentions behind sweet words and false kindness. Just as the snake saw Koko as nothing more than food, some people take advantage of those who are too trusting. They pretend to care, but the moment it benefits them, they will betray and hurt the very ones who trusted them the most. Koko's near-death experience teaches us an important lesson. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Trust should not be given blindly. It must be earned through actions, not just words. In human life, there are people who manipulate others for their own gain. Fake friends, deceitful lovers, or selfish colleagues. Just as Sefu used Koko's kindness against him, there are people who take advantage of those who are too good-hearted. But this does not mean we should stop being kind. Instead, we must be wise in our kindness. Like Koko, we must learn to see beyond words and pay attention to actions. True friends will never put us in harm's way or demand blind loyalty. Real relationships are built on honesty, respect, and mutual care, not on deceit and selfishness. So, let Koko's story be a reminder. Be kind, but not blind. Love, but be cautious. Trust, but do so wisely. Because in life, just like in the animal world, those who trust too easily may end up getting hurt the most. Thanks for watching. If you find this story useful, kindly show us some love by subscribing to this channel, like our videos, and share. You can press the notification bell to get notified on our subsequent videos. See you soon.